You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Joe Finley here. Welcome to Miscast Commentary, Coming Attractions episode. A lot to cover today. First off, Todd, Thibault the Sailor Murray, not with me. He's back with his love, the sea. He's going to be away for a couple months on a job back on the boats, so we are without him. So Joe, what are you going to do other than die of loneliness, you ask? Not much. We have some plans for the next couple of months, and I'm going to go over those plans with you now. What we're going to do is we're going to make this December, it's the holidays, obviously the big one, Kwanzaa, and some other ones. And what we're going to do with this time is the movies that we cover are going to be Christmas movies. It's just because it's what I know, and quite frankly, nobody's made a really exciting Hanukkah movie. So we're doing Christmas movies. That's our thing. We're going to play to the numbers and hope that anybody else will follow along still. And we're going to keep it in the family since I'm missing my Miscast Commentary brother. So what's going to happen? This should be adorable or a nightmare. My daughter is going to do 2 episodes of Miscast Commentary. She's 5 years old and has never done anything like this before, so it should be fun. We're going to do some of her favorite Christmas movies. First one we do, which is next week, is going to be 2 of her favorite Christmas specials. We're going to do the old animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We'll do those back to back in one episode, so that'll be exciting. And we're going to go right into another new episode the following Friday. It's not going to be a Coming Attractions. It's going to be another full episode. This time we're going to do another one of Abby's favorite Christmas movies, is The Nightmare Before Christmas. So the old Tim Burton classic. We're going to be covering that, and we're going to get the thoughts of a 5-year-old on that, and I'll be bringing the same basically the same maturity level that I bring with Todd. I don't think I really have to change it all that much for a 5-year-old. So that's what we're going to be doing. Christmas Day, we're going to be doing a special bonus episode for you. We're going to have that launched just in case, you didn't get everything you want under the tree. Well, pop open the laptop and listen to a podcast. It's going to be new. My wife and I are actually going to do it, and we're going to do the movie that it's tradition for us to watch as soon as we put up our tree. We're going to be doing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Looking forward to that. I'll be looking forward to forcing my wife to talk on the microphone, so we'll see how that goes. I'll probably get her mad at me more than once, and so tune in for that. The following month, we're going to have Daryl Sabo is going to come and co-host a couple of episodes with me, and we're going to go back to the usual format of Coming Attractions and then regular episode. He's going to co-host the full episodes with me, and the movies to be done then are to be determined at this point. Doesn't matter. It's not like you were writing it down in your calendar, so let's all relax. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to be doing. So just to recap, Todd's not here. So I'm replacing him with a 5-year-old temporarily, and if this gets us a lot of listens, maybe he'll never be seen again. I'm just kidding. The only way he'll never be seen again is if he's taken by some form of pirate on his ship, but we hope that that's not the case. Come back soon, Todd. We love you. So Abby's going to be with us, so the next 2 weeks are going to be Christmas specials. We got How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, both animated, both short, so we're going to stick them together in one episode. The week after that, so what's today? Today's 9th, so that's 16th. So then the one after that, we're going to do The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then on Christmas Day itself, we're going to release another episode, so you have 2 really close together, and that's going to be my wife and I doing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So definitely tune in and check all those ones out, and then, of course, we'll give you more info about the following month when Daryl's going to be with me and what movies we're going to be doing at that point. So that's that big piece of news. Aside from that, let's just talk about what's going on in the world. Talk about what's going on in my world first. I have hurt my shoulder, something awful. I don't know what I did, so it's not one of those brave, I didn't rescue, a homeless child from a bear or anything like that. I just slept weird on it, so I'm hurting. If anybody out there wants to sponsor us, Icy Hot, Vicodin, anybody, I'm accepting offers. You don't have to pay me much. You just have to send me something, 'cause daddy's sore. But so that's been that fun little bit. So carrying my equipment around has been less than ideal, but that's all good. I'm not carrying too much equipment around, as my wife would say. Aside from that, interesting little thing that happened to me. Anybody who caught last week's episode remembers I was talking about the crossover comic between Escape from New York and Big Trouble in Little China, and how it had recently been released, and we were really interested in getting a look at that. As an early Christmas gift, my sister, she got me a subscription to Loot Crate, and so I got my first Loot Crate in the last week, and I opened it up, and what was in there other than that exact comic? So, I mean, you know, it was written in the stars. It was meant to be. We had, I got that comic right after doing that episode. It was right as the episode was being released that I got it. So that was really exciting and made me laugh for a long time. And I still haven't had a chance to read it yet. I'm going to read it very soon. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, really cool. I'll probably post a picture of me with it on our Instagram or something like that. So check that out too. So yeah, remember, find us on the social media. I put pictures on there occasionally. You know, we let you into our lives, man. Not a lot, because, you know, how into my life do I want you to be? Minus 2 people, who I'm getting to next. Tristina, are you out there in Mountain View, California? Darnell, how are you doing? Hey, Ashburn, Virginia? I still haven't heard from either of you guys yet, and I'm thinking, like, you know, Christmas is coming up. What could you get me as a gift? I mean, you could send large donations. That would be amazing. I don't know what for at this point, but I would put it to good use, and I would spend it on the show. You know, I wouldn't embezzle it or anything like that. But what I want more than anything is some form of identity of these 2 awesome people, or at least one of them, and they will be named the first superfan. We're still chasing you down. I'm going to talk about it till it goes away. The only way it goes away is if you guys come forward. Or girls. If it's girls, it's even better. It's like I got a groupie, despite the fact that you are not attracted to me, and that's fine. I'm used to that. That's not a new thing, if you can imagine. Todd knows it too. It's fine. You know, I think the word repulsive came up a few times. At least that's how we talk to each other. So yeah, we just want to know who you guys are, man. Get in touch with us. Again, so talking about the ways to contact us. You can contact us at miscastcommentary@gmail.com. You can contact us through our webpage at miscastcommentary.com. There's a contact page on there. You can get us on Twitter at miscastpodcast. Or on Instagram at miscastcommentary. Lots of ways to reach out to us. So, you know, I know you get the internet because you're getting this podcast, so reach out to us. We want to hear from you. We love you guys. I don't think you know how much. We talk about you quite a bit. We text back and forth, and it's like, do we know yet? And I'm like, no, I don't know anything. Now let's get to some movie news. I want to talk about nothing else but Star Wars Rogue One. Really looking forward to this. I bought tickets for opening night already. I bought them right at the beginning of the month. I went online and it wasn't offering Thursday tickets, which I thought was weird, so I bought tickets for the Friday. Was super excited, and then the next morning I saw that tickets for the Thursday were released. I don't know why they weren't released the night before, but so I've got tickets for Thursday and Friday. It's great. Gotta figure out what to do with the Friday tickets. I'll probably go, but we're also traveling for the holidays and all that, so I got some figuring out to do, but I got a feeling I'm seeing Star Wars twice really close together, and I'm pretty excited about that. Lots of stuff in the most recent TV trailers and stuff like that. I'm sure you can go online and check all of we break it down frame by frame, and you see what angle the Death Star's on and all that good stuff. I'm trying my best not to read any of those things now, especially when we're so close. I don't want anything that could potentially spoil anything. I'm a big no spoilers guy. I don't scream about it, but that's how I feel. And to go with the Star Wars news, we've got lots of Star Wars at Disney news coming. Really exciting stuff. I'm still not entirely sure what all is true and what all isn't, but the idea that you're going to be able to go onto the Millennium Falcon sounds amazing. It says something about being able to fly it, but it also sounds like an exhibit, so I don't know. We're not getting all the information yet, but I'm really excited. I also heard rumor, and I don't know if this is a temporary thing or if it's even true at this point, but I heard rumor that the Epcot sphere, like the big sphere at Epcot, is going to be transformed into the Death Star. Now, I didn't get this directly from a Disney site, and quite frankly, I haven't heard it anywhere else, so I don't know exactly how true it is. But if that is true, I'm super excited about it. If anybody knows about it, definitely forward out the information. I'd love to get more into it. But yeah, I'm really pumped about that. If that's true, I'm going to be taking the kids back up in the next couple years anyways, as soon as my little one gets a little bit older, and I'm super excited about doing all that. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't seriously consider just going by myself when it all launched. You know, I'd be that guy, but I'm sure there'd be plenty of that guy there on the opening of Star Wars Land. So, yeah, really looking forward to all that stuff. I can't wait to see a bunch of people there. We do have plans to do all of the Star Wars movies at some point. What's happening on the show is that every time we do an episode, 30 more ideas for old movies come up. So, and like you even hear it during the episodes, we're like, oh, we should do that. Oh, we should do that. So ones like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and stuff, that's where we know we're going to do at some point, just keep kind of getting pushed back, which is just as well, because that means that we're still coming up with ideas. And I know what you're thinking, wow, after like 10 episodes or so, you're still coming up with ideas? Wow. Well, we're happy that we're doing this at all. We're happy we have listeners. So, yeah, we're taking it one day at a time. But yeah, we definitely want to do the Star Wars ones. If anybody has any, requests or suggestions as to how we're going to do that, if they want us to do the hatchet cut or they want us to do any of those types of things, we will be watching the full movies, though. We're not going to watch The Phantom Edit or anything like that, just because can't guarantee everybody can find that. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, so not much else to talk about today. I mean, there's quite a bit going on, and I've been kind of scrambling to get the programming together for the next few weeks, so didn't put together a top 3. Just off the top of my head, I can put together a top 2 list of video games that I'm surprised were never made into movies or haven't yet been made into movies. Start with Legend of Zelda. Yeah, there's rumor that, or not rumor, but they're making a Legend of Zelda series on Netflix. But seriously, after all these years, the fact that it didn't even get discussed into being made into some kind of fantasy, especially when, like even like Willow and things like that, you'd think would inspire them to say, hey, there's a built-in audience for fantasy that might overcome the whole, Super Mario Brothers was awful thing. But yeah, that never happened, but hopefully this series will be good in its place. And the other one that really surprises me is Grand Theft Auto. If for no other reason, it's a major satire / action movie / juvenile hangover style comedy. So you've got the good, you've got a solid rated R comedy with tons of action and stuff like that. You would think that would go over gangbusters with the studios. But yeah, nothing as of yet. I'm just replaying Grand Theft Auto 5 myself, and it's just, if you take out the side missions and maybe just throw some mention into some of them and things like that, it'd be a pretty exciting movie that you could put together just on Grand Theft Auto 5 itself. And that's if you weren't if you were basing it on one of the actual movies, if you were doing it on characters that didn't exist, you're just like creating kind of amalgam characters from all of the movies and stuff like that, maybe that wouldn't work out so well. But, I don't write the movies. I could write them all on spec and then just send them out and then nothing happens, and then maybe get a nice letter from Rockstar Games or something like that and cease and desist to say, please stop doing this. But I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I'm lazy. I have the energy to do this because all I have to do is talk into the microphone and then eventually stop. And I'm thinking that eventually is right about now because, quite frankly, me talking for, 15 minutes all by myself, that's equal to the two of us talking for 30 minutes. I don't know, maybe one day Todd will record one of these by himself, and then maybe somehow these two will splice together and it'll sound like an interesting conversation between the two of us, or at the very least as disjointed as we usually get. So make sure to check us out next week. We're going to be family friendly. Definitely these episodes in December will be safe for work as opposed to all the other ones. So make sure to come check them out if you haven't already, or if there's people who you might want to recommend it to. Now would be the time to recommend it to them if they're not into more sophomoric humor, and then just tell them it got canceled after that, just to up our Christmas count. Who knows? But I will take this time, December, holidays, all that kind of stuff, just to take the opportunity to thank everybody who's been listening. Our numbers aren't gigantic or anything like that. It's not like we're in the thousands or anything like that. We're in the dozens at a given time, but we've had, we're in the hundreds of total listeners, and I'm really proud of that. I mean, we hope that this can keep growing and growing, and if you guys like us out there, we hope that you're liking and commenting on wherever you're getting these things and recommending to a friend so we can continue to grow, and we'll grow together. I mean, we won't grow. I'm not going to, evolve or anything like that. I hope nobody expects that. This is who I've been for too long. But, we really appreciate it. We were, we expected the first few episodes we would just record these and put them out, and then 0 listeners would come back. And now we're at a point where we actually have more listeners in other countries than we have in our own hometown. And that means a lot to us. It really does. So we just want to thank everybody. Hope you guys keep tuning in. Hope more people keep tuning in. Hope that if you're listening to this in the future at some point because you started late and you're just catching up now, well, spoiler alert, the world ended, 2019. You're all dead now, so you probably aren't watching this, listening to this. Hate to break the news to you, especially this time of year, but I'm telling you, it's snowing out now, and it's really bumming me out. And I know people think, well, it's Canada. I'm like, yeah, but it's still snow. Snow still sucks if you're not skiing or anything like that, and I don't have the coordination to ski. So, that's what we have to deal with. So yeah, I got nothing else for you today. So just thank you all for listening. Gonna have some great episodes coming up. We'll have Todd back as soon as we can get him back. As soon as the sea spits him back out onto land and we can strap him back into a chair here. And we'll make sure to make those episodes just as special. And we're really looking forward to getting back together. But in the meantime, we're going to keep the shows going for you, because the last thing I want to do is take a hiatus on you guys who have kind of stuck it out with us so far. So thank you all so much. We'll see you next week.